Hi, this is George Alger. Welcome to today's segment of OurVentura TV. Today we're going to be talking about growing a volunteer or nonprofit group. And our guest experts are Roberta Perry and Richard Stewart, who are the co-founders of the Toastmasters Club in the Los Angeles area that's been around for several decades. Welcome, Richard and Roberta. Let's start with you, Richard. Can you just give us a brief intro?
Well, thank you, George. Yes, my name is Richard Stewart. I'm the founding president of Renaissance Speakers, and it's a public speaking group that Roberta Perry and I co-founded, and it's been my honor to be on the club and serve on the club, helping the people come in and learn how to be comfortable speaking in public, and we've had lots of fun and gotten involved with the community, and I guess that makes us sort of a community expert, which is what you're looking for here. I don't consider myself an expert on that, but lots of experience, and I'm totally happy to share some tips of how our club has been so successful.
Excellent. Roberta, let's get a brief intro of you.
Thank you, George. It's just great to be here today with you and Richard, and of course, your audience. Yes, I am the co-founder with Richard of Renaissance Speakers. And as Richard said, yes, we are a public speaking group, but the other skill that we developed, and you're a member, is that of leadership. And I must tell you, George, if it wasn't for both communication and leadership skills, I would have never been able to create my career that I have done over the last 30 plus years. Toastmasters truly, truly assists us in having a place where we can practice both our communication and our leadership in order to develop those skills. So great, it's just great to be here today with you, George.
Thank you, Roberta. All right, and just to sort of establish a framework for the rest of the conversation, Richard, can you just give us a little insight into the success of your club here?
Oh, sure. Well, I think the main success we have, Roberta, I'm sure you'll agree with it, with this, is that our motto in our club is spirit of play. And any club or organization that you join, if the members aren't having fun, you're going to lose the members, because who wants to go to a boring meeting or a boring club or organization? They want to have fun. Now, what that involves also is giving them something to do. Anytime we have a new guest that joins up, and we give them a role immediately in helping the club. People want to help, people want to contribute, and I think that's been the success of our club. Both spirit of play, having fun, making games. I mean, we had, Roberta, remember, we were running low on our reserves, so we decided to do a fundraiser. So I don't know where I came up with the idea. I probably heard it somewhere. We had a white elephant sale. And this is where everyone would go into their closet and find that gift that they got that they're just not using and bring it to the club. We auctioned it off and raised money. We had so much fun and we made money on it. So that's a kind of a spirit of play, having fun and getting everybody involved. That's the success.
Wow, very good. Anything you want to add to that, Roberta?
Oh, Richard is absolutely right. He is the poster boy for the spirit of fun at our club. I love, over the years, Richard, I know you'll remember so many of those club meetings where we had everybody wear their favorite hat or their favorite costume, or they came as their favorite team, or even at Christmas time. Richard, one year, and I'm going to tell this story on you, Richard, one year at Christmas, I made him dress up as Santa Claus. And he had to sit there as everybody came into our meeting, and we all got to sit on Santa's lap and tell Santa what we wanted for Christmas. We had a line out the door of our members. Nobody wanted to sneak into the meeting that day. They all wanted to sit on Richard and Santa's lap. It was great. So again, Richard is just awesome at helping to lead the fun parade in the club, but you need that. It's so important when you have a volunteer group.
I can comment on that. It was a lot of fun. And another one that Roberta helped on, we decided to have a best of Renaissance speakers meeting. And this is something that I suggest that any club that they're doing, they want to get the community involved, have a project, a big project that you can plan, pick a date and do it. But how many people did we did? Like normally we have 30 people to our club. I think we had 200 or 300 people come to the best of Renaissance, all the best speeches throughout the year. We picked the best ones, had a big event, and it was a blast.
Yeah. And in it, if I may, Richard, we also included, we're so fortunate in our club to have such talent. We have singers and dancers and piano players and violin flute player. We had just incredible talent, and it gave us the opportunity to show them off. So in between all the speeches, we had performances. We packed the theater. We just packed the theater.
Yeah,
it was great.
Now, of course, we're in the midst of a pandemic that's impacting the whole world, and I'm sure your club. And I understand you've also transitioned to Zoom as well. And how does that translate into the spirit of play and keeping things fun?
I can quickly answer that one. I made the mistake, and we have every club wants to keep their membership up, and so we're on Zoom, and I made the mistake of challenging Lance Miller, our 2005 world champion of public speaking. Hey, let's have a guest game, and who can bring the most guests to our next meeting? Well, this guy, Lance Miller, has been speaking all over the world since he won the world champion of public speaking. He's got contacts all over the world, and they're available to Zoom in. What do we have, Roberta? Over 90 guests.
Yeah, we had 99 people there for that meeting that day.
Screen was full of these squares of people. I couldn't believe it, and I was I got spanked big time by Lance because he definitely won that game of having the most guests. But that's a good example of how any volunteer organization, they can challenge each other to have games, who can bring the most guests. It's fun. We have, Roberta, the men against the women, that several times.
Yeah,
it's
several
just a
times.
game, and it helps.
Well said. All right, well, we're just about out of time here. I wonder if we could wrap up with a website address that people could go to for more information. And Roberta, do you have a summating message you'd like to convey to the viewers?
Thank you, George. Yes, I do. One of the things that I've learned in my association, not only with our Renaissance Speakers Toastmasters Club, but for the other volunteer organizations that I love to spend my time with, is that there's an importance with validation, because we spend our time, and it is our time. So we want to be validated when we're part of a volunteer group. It doesn't help anybody if you come in and you have the same environment that you might find at your work, which may not be the most validating. But when you come into an organization, we want to validate each other. In fact, when Lance Miller is the world champion, as Richard pointed out, he said Lance's speech was the ultimate question, but it's all about validation. That we need to validate each other, find out what's right about each other, applaud. We do a lot of applauding. And when you're in a volunteer group, especially on Zoom, be friendly, be a family, validate each other. And that group will stay together because we want to be together, and we want to be with people who validate each other.
Well said. Thank you, Roberta. All right, we're out of time here. We're going to wrap things up. This is George Alger signing off for this segment of OurVentura TV. Until we meet again.